Hey Pisces, how's it going? This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So, meditating on the energies, I was hearing gaining confidence in a new skin. And I was also hearing closing out a chapter while simultaneously opening a new one. So, there's a lot happening in the expansion front for Pisces. And Saturn moved back into Pisces, and it's going to be there until February, and it will be leaving us for the rest of our lives. It's moving into Aries, so we will be done with Saturn lessons, but the lessons that we have learned from Saturn have prepped us for this next elevation. We have had to learn lessons to be diligent, to it's investment energy, to put your investments, your time into the things that you want to see grow years down the road. It's also about sustainability. So all of the things that we have learned over these past, I think 3 or 4 years that Saturn was in our sign, now we're going to begin to feel some relief from that, but we're also stepping into this new skin and we're beginning to get comfortable in that. But we've had to do a lot of shedding and releasing while bringing towards us this new energy. All right. And Pisces, if you are interested, I will be holding a new moon in Sagittarius ritual on December 19th, which is a Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to be doing some manifestations while gaining some insights from the goddess Diana. And we are going to be really putting our intentions out there for this new year to really speak to the universe what it is that we want to see come into fruition. This is as above, so below. This is the philosopher energy. So if you're interested in that, the link for it is in the description box below, and it will be via Zoom. So, all right, Pisces, I'm excited to see what's going on for us. Woo! Yeah, get curious. Beautiful. Okay, so I think that there's going to be a lot of mutability that's needed in this next cycle, because I do feel like a lot of Pisceans are shifting environments, moving, have released old jobs. There's just been a lot of transformation. And I think getting curious and really allowing yourself to do things that you have wanted to do but haven't given yourself permission to, now is the time to do that. We're really entering into the era where that's going to be needed and actually rewarded. So if there's a course that you've been wanting to take, or there's some sort of modality that you want to do it. Or if there's a place that you want to go, do it. Do the things. We have play at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Yeah. And don't take life so seriously. And with Saturn moving out of our sign, we can have more of that lighthearted energy, because Saturn's heavy. Saturn is all about karma, about time, and it's very structured. It's very regimented, but we gain so many great lessons from Saturn. So not dogging Saturn, but it's heavy, especially for a mutable water sign. Like, we're like, oh, we just need some water to swim around and have a good time. But anyways, all right, Spirit, what else is going on for us Pisces? The coffee. Love this. Beautiful. Yeah. So I'm picking up on a few different things. I'm feeling like there's a ritual surrounding the coffee, like in the morning, really taking the time to sit and to enjoy the little moments and doing like a little ritual in your coffee, like stirring it clockwise to bring abundance to you. And I love this mudra on this card too. So it's really putting in magic in your everyday life of where you are going, what you're sipping. It's also enjoying the little things. But I also get that there's some sort of gaining energy, there's gaining momentum. And if you've been working towards something and you haven't seen a lot of, expansion yet, I think that that's going to start revving up here. So, all right. And Pisces, if you are interested in a personal reading, the link for that is in the description box below. I would love to read for you. All right, Spirit, what's going on with my home team? Triumph. Yeah. And we're also moving into the year of the fire horse. So making sure that you are prepping for success, prepping for triumph. And I love that it's like they're just moving forward despite if they have the plan ironed out. There's something about moving forward anyways, even if it's not perfect. Even just you putting the momentum in and gaining that muscle is going to help you ride into a huge level of success and expansion. And I think that people are starting to see who you are and who you have shifted into because you have absorbed a different vibration of who you are, of who you have been for the past however many years. I feel like we're really closing out like an 11-year cycle. And that's a lot, especially if we've been forced to live in survival mode or be hyper vigilant. We've had to do the things to survive. And now I think because we have learned the lessons of Saturn and we're implementing that, we're starting to have more movement, have more freedom because we have invested, we've saved up money, we have, really kind of gained momentum in our careers and we haven't given up. And that is the biggest lesson. So I'm going to do a heart of the reading here. See what else is popping out. Oh, I love this. I love this. All right. As above, so below. You are the magic, so let it glow. Beautiful. Oh, I love this so much. I'm going to cry. All right, Pisces. Beautiful. Yeah. Justice at the bottom of the deck. Yes. Okay. There's some sort of balancing that is happening and some sort of karmic justice. There's something that's coming back to you because you have put in the work. You have put in the hard work, even if people didn't see it. Spirit saw. Spirit saw everything. All right, so heart of the reading, we have 4 of Wands crossed by the 3 of Cups. Pisces, this year you have learned who is really for you, who is going to stick by your side, and who wants to see you grow, who wants to see you succeed. And those people, these sisters who have watered and grown you, and I feel like you found a community that you have been searching for the longest time. And if it's not in the 3D, it may be online or, something where you can feel connected. And I feel like there's a level of networking too. And you can see here that these people are celebrating. There's so much celebration and newness. And I think that you have taken something that you have been really creative and really passionate about, and you have put it out there. You have really embodied this new frequency of who you are, despite being scared, despite the judgment, despite what people are going to think. You do have judgment underneath in the subconscious realm. So, but because you have had tangible success and you have seen people show up for you, you are sinking into this. This is a level of support and love that you have been craving and that you have been wanting for such a long time. And these people see you and they see what you're doing, they see what you're building, and they want to continue to give that to you. And we have judgment in the subconscious realm here. So I feel like you have had to make really big judgment calls this year to end things, to move away from people, to move away from dynamics that didn't see you in your full light, that didn't see who you are becoming. They only saw past versions of you, or they only saw the version of you that they wanted to see because it benefited them. And that is exactly what needed to release and to be shed. And now that you have done that, you have success, baby. You are moving forward, guns blazing. And you have 3 horses in your reading. So total forward momentum, despite the pain, despite the opposition, despite the misunderstandings. You are taking your fire and you are going your own way. You are moving in the direction of your ultimate fulfillment, of your ultimate happiness. And you are merging with a higher timeline. And this is hard because, especially if you have had to be in your high priestess energy of, I know I have to do this thing, but it doesn't make sense on the outside, but it makes sense to me. And I'm getting that ping from my higher knowing to do this thing or to release this thing because I have a higher level of expansion that is waiting for me. Not a lot of people can operate from that space. And I think you have also learned to commit to this path, commit to this new version of you, and to know that it's not going to be linear. It is going to take building. I'm seeing a lot of like building blocks here, but you have built the foundational steps and now you're climbing this staircase to reach your level of enlightenment, or this bridge. I feel like there's a big bridge energy here, bridging the 3D and the spiritual together. And this is Taurus energy, so this is also related to money. So I think that you have had to release your limitations on providing spiritual services for money. Reframing your mind about, well, everybody has this gift. Everybody can do this. So why should I charge for these services? That is the part where you have learned the lesson to let that go. Because now that you have stepped into this higher octave, this commitment of your spiritual path, you are claiming your destiny, you are now needing to be compensated for that. It's an energy exchange. And that is a really big, hard lesson. Especially because Pisces comes from that. They come from that cosmic source. Everybody comes from that. And they understand that, which is why we have such a hard time with the money side of it. But Pisces, you have come down here to teach others, to be a guide, to be a light for those who are seeking knowledge, or a lot of you are healers. And that's healing any spiritual karmic lessons, past life stuff. You are stepping into that and you are offering those services. We have strength in the past for you. So you have had to, again, make a big judgment call and be strong about something. Be strong about your endings. Spirit, why is the strength here? Yeah. 7 of Cups. Seven of Swords. 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay. Pisces, you got 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, clarifying strength. We have 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Yeah. So you have had to move forward out of energies that have left you confused, moved out of energies where people have not been matching their intentions with their words, moving out of, Pisces, you can clock liars, moving out of being in people's energies where they're blatantly lying to you and you know it, and leaving behind people who are deceptive, who are sneaky, who will try to get away with whatever to gain their own benefit. That is over. And that's where you had to make this judgment call, this strength. You had to move yourself out of something. I feel like you knew what was happening. You had an understanding, but everybody else didn't. Everybody else did not see what was going on in the surface because this person, this dynamic, this work situation, whatever, was operating in a sneaky way, but you clocked it. You saw it for what it was, but they wanted to put a level of blindness, a mask over you, and you could not be in that energy anymore. It was not resonating with your soul. So you had to embody that Leo energy, that strength, that inner wisdom to go your own way. And I feel like you also got betrayed, and it felt painful. You felt stabbed in the back because at one point you gave everything to the situation, but that was spirit saying, this does not serve you anymore. I feel like you were in a situation where at one point this was comfortable. At one point this served you, but you grew out of it. You grew out of the dynamics. You grew out of the behaviors. And now you are learning that you are totally fine on your own. And it is sinking into that sovereignty and that understanding that you had to learn the hard lessons to be able to gain the strength to pick yourself up and to start your own thing. I think that you were juggling things for quite some time. And now you're like, I don't need that. I've learned, I have become this lion. I have become this powerhouse. And I don't need compensation from anybody or anything anymore because I have grown into that. We have Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yeah, I feel like that's what this cycle was. It was meant to take the rose-colored glasses off, to see things not with these eyes, but with this one. To be in your high priestess energy and to allow things to filter through you and to know what resonates and what doesn't. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yeah, there's a big balance energy here. And Grasshopper is also master energy. You have mastered this lesson. Firecracker, excitement. Yeah, I think you're moving into a new era of excitement, of fulfillment. A lot of you are moving. You're shifting environments out of this environment that has left you feeling drained. And I feel like the environments that you are in, it's almost like there's a ghost of the past, ghosts of, places that you have been with, certain people who aren't in your life anymore. It's time to move. It's time to pick yourself up and move into a new direction. And we have angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Yeah. You're getting that information from spirit. You're getting information from your guides that you are, I love that she's holding a candle here, that you are moving in the right direction. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life, or somebody has left your life. Yeah. You've had to let go of people who you thought were going to be with you forever. But it's that strength of knowing that people are temporary. All right, Spirit, what advice is here for Pisces? Listen. Yes. I think that Pisces is good about doing this. Yeah. Listening to your inner voice, listening to your guidance. And then we have slow down. Yeah. I think there's a lot of new ideas coming into the balance for you. And because you are feeling that shift in that timeline, you are wanting to rev things up. You're like, okay, let's go. Let's do this now. But they're saying, nope, slow down. It's time to receive. It's time for you to receive everything that you have been working on, and it's tied to your worth. And if you move too fast, you might miss it. So there's something that you are refining and that you are really gaining momentum on. There's a big movement energy here. So keep going, Pisces. I love this for you. Alrighty, Pisces, thank you for being here. Please like, share, subscribe if this video resonated for you. And again, if you are looking to join the ritual, the link for it is in the description box below. It is via Zoom. And of course, if you want any personal readings, please also look in the description box. But I am sending you all so much Reiki love and healing, and I will see you on the next one. Blessed be. Bye.